Hello everyone, welcome to ST Model Cars. In this video, I would like to show you this 1/18 scale Volkswagen T4. This is the Westfalia camper, and this is made by Schuco. Price point on this, $140, but I bought this many years ago when this was first released. So if you're looking for this 1/18 scale Schuco right now, online, like on sites like eBay, the price might be a little bit more expensive nowadays. So as you can see, this is a fully opening diecast, and the party trick on this is this this camper roof that extends upward. So this is kind of a neat feature to have in this camper. But before we take a look at this car a little closer, let me close all this opening so you can kind of see how this car looks with everything being closed. There. Okay. Schuco also makes the non-camper, the regular passenger version of this, which is the Caravelle, and the Caravelle has like body colored bumpers, and he has like the aluminum alloy wheels instead of this camper that has this plastic hubcap and the black bumper. But for some reason, I think the black bumpers makes this Volkswagen looks a little bit more attractive just because of the color contrast. Kind of break that slab-sided design of this car, right? Okay, so let's take a closer look at this Volkswagen. Let me get the turntable out of the way first. Here. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. So let's start at the front. You have this, if you look at the headlight lens here, you do see this pattern on the lens. Typical of the car of the 80s and 90s, right? You have this pattern on the lens that help diffuse the light, and it's replicated here pretty well. And behind the lens, you can see the detail. You see the reflector, you see the bulb, and if you look at the turn signal, you can even see that they make the bulb amber. It's a clear lens, so this is like the facelift, the later years T4, but they have the amber bulb, which is a pretty neat detail here. The grill, they're covered here, right? They're not really through, and you get the Volkswagen logo in the middle here. You get the license plate, and you get separate lenses, fog lights here on the bottom, and you have the tow hook here that kind of sticks out from the bottom of the bumper. Okay. So open the hood here. This is the diesel unit. It says TDI 2.5. You see the intercooler on the top here. The engine detail is just okay, actually. Here, let me shine some light on it. I mean, it's not crazily details, right? But they put like different colors appropriately, right? On the fluid tanks, on the caps and everything. They put all these different colors, that makes it, have that really detailed look, right? So, to me, the engine bay is pretty good. It's quite acceptable. Right, and then if you look at the windshield here, you have the wipers. These are separate pieces wiper. So, okay. All right. So let's take a look at the side. So here's the side view of this Volkswagen T4, the camper, right? And if you take a look at the undercarriage here, the neat thing about this is Schuco decided to paint the undercarriage red. Instead of just molded it out of the black plastic, it's actually painted red. The body color, right, just to simulate the real car. This is has the painted undercarriage without any coatings, right? And you get a spare tire here on the back. You see a little bit of the rear suspension details, and the suspension is working, right? It's kind of stiff, but the suspension works, at least just for the rear. The front doesn't have working suspension. The front has this cover, this engine cover, right? And then you have the exhaust details there. So, okay, let's take a look at the interior. So let's open this first. Okay, shine some light in it. Okay, so the interior is done pretty well actually. If you look at underneath here, you know, I can't really, you know, really focus this, but unfortunately this is not carpeted, right? But the other details are pretty okay. Like if you look at the seats, you know, they have that colorful pattern that mimics the that Volkswagen seat fabric of the era. You know, and then if you look at the interior here, right, you see, you know, you see pretty good details on the center stack, right there. You know, you see the AC fan there, you see the hazard button, you know, the stereo, right? You see the shifter lever there on the floor, and here's you know, you also see the you know, this little storage compartment underneath this, right? You see the AC fence, and here's the door panel on the passenger side. Yeah, so he has the chrome door handle here. He has these pockets, right? And he has the door pull that is actually molded as a separate piece in the power window switch. So pretty nicely done actually, if you look at the interior. Okay, let me zoom this out a little bit. Okay, and let's see if we can open the rear door. Okay, now this being the camper spec, right? There's no middle seat, so the seat is just here on the back, which, you know, this will convert into a bed. It's not a working feature in this car, you know, but if you look at the inside of the car there, you know, you do see you know, they have the cabinets there, and I believe this piece on the top is actually where the stove are, you know, so they put the cover down for the stoves, right? And then, you know, it has the floor has this textured finish, right, instead of carpets. And the one thing that I want to show you with this Volkswagen is that if you close the door, you know, maybe you can see it better here. They try to simulate these curtains, right here. But unfortunately, this is just like a decal, you know, instead of like an actual fabric. This is, you know, the curtain is just a decal, which is to me a bit of a song of this car. Everything is done so well, you know, and that decal curtain just make it looks like it's not like, you know, it looks like a toy, right? Which is kind of too bad, but you know, it is what it is, right? And if you look at on the side here, you see the rear seat belts, you know, for the seat, right? Okay. So let's take a look at the back. Oh, caught that. Okay. All right. So in the rear here, you see this part here. You know, like part of it is the bed, right? You know, I guess, you know, in the real car, if you know, you can convert the seat, right? You can turn it into a bed and kind of you know, makes it a continuous piece with this portion here, and makes it a larger bed. And you do see all these compartments here on the side, right? And you do see some other storage compartment here on the back side as well. And underneath that bunk, you know, there's another storage area. So yeah, it's pretty nicely done. Okay, and as far as the hatch, you know, you have this two struts, right? That holds it up. And if you close it, again, you see that kind of like decal curtain, and you know, you see the rear taillight assembly here, right? You know, and you have the reflector here in the bottom, Volkswagen logo, and the emblem that says Caravelle, and you know, this one here, this is the wiper as well, and you get the high mount stoplight. Okay. Door only opens on the passenger side, right? There's no door opening on the driver's side. So here's a side view of the driver's side. And let me see if I can open the driver's door here. Okay. So let's take a look at the interior there. You know, so they replicated the dials on the gauge, right? You get to see the Volkswagen logo on the steering wheel right there, right? And then the car has 3 pedals, so it's a stick shift. Right, and you have the armrests here on the outside and the inside of the seats, right? They're not movable, you know, but they're there. And again, you see that seat fabric patterns. Okay, and here's the door panel from the driver's side, very similar to what you see on the passenger side. Okay, and then last but not least, I want to show you the camper roof, right? So you can lift this camper roof. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay up all the way, right? It kind of like falls down, you know, about halfway through, right? You know, but in the real camper, this will give you an extra room, and then this give you an extra bed, I think, up there. The only thing that is kind of unfortunate, and it would be really cool if Schuco can make this feature. Let me show you here. Let me open this. Unfortunately, there's no pass-through between the camper area on the top and, you know, the cabin underneath it, right? You know, so this is just a solid, you know, service here on the headliner. It would be neat if somehow Schuco can make this openable so you can access, or at least you can see into the camper up here, right? Okay. All right. So if you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, feel free to post them in the comment section. Like I mentioned in my other review, I have a FLICKR channel where I post diorama pictures of this model cars. Much appreciated if you can like the video and subscribe to this channel. And I hope you enjoyed the review of this Volkswagen camper. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.